Everybody's doing well today. I just wanted to hit you with a couple of talking points that have been on my mind lately, and I usually have my most activity in my brain while I'm driving because it's something that relaxes me a lot. So I just wanted to talk about Donald Trump's cabinet members. As you all know, Paul Manafort was accused today, and I'm sure more are to follow. But people are continuously talking about Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama. And if you think and believe truthfully that Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama had done something wrong, what is it that makes you think that Donald Trump has done everything right? I leave you with that. And on that note, I'll move to my next talking point, which is recently I've been talking about civil rights movements and history and things like that. I just watched a documentary on the Vietnam War by Ken Burns. I implore you all to check it out. It's very deep. Those of you all who are service members, you really will appreciate it. I learned through that documentary historical documents, news clips, and articles and interviews with Vietnamese soldiers and American soldiers that I did not realize that Vietnam was a spillover from the Korean War and failed opportunity by the United States to get involved early on and side with the Vietnamese, the Viet Cong, as they would later be called, before they became communists. And they became into the Communist Party because they were looking for support and fighting for their freedom in their country against France, as they had been doing for about 25 years. So France, going back to the Berlin Conference back in 1941, I believe, 1941 or 1943, the Berlin Conference, the major powers in Europe and America got together in Germany and decided to carve up not only Africa, but parts of Indochina, as it were, as well. And France ended up with Vietnam. So they did colonize Vietnam, but the Vietnamese continuously fought back. And actually their leader, Ho Chi Minh, who was a student of democracy, he came to the United States, was educated like most leaders are, and went back and tried to free his country, led a movement. Now, the United States would never back them. They never supported him. So we left them to be on their own and left that big void in Vietnam that could have all been avoided. So fast forward to Lyndon B. Johnson, who basically inherited that war, who was not very sharp in making decisions. I'm reading now and finding out that he deliberated a lot, as a president should, but he erred on the wrong side, and we chose the wrong side, as well as him in the civil rights movement with Kennedy. It took their time to think about these issues. You know why? Because they were more worried about their political career than seeking out justice for all men. So that's what took the civil rights movement so long. Even President Lincoln took a very long time and even stated that if he could have ended the Civil War without freeing a slave, he would have done so. That's not the complete quote, but that is part of it. It is. So he was saying that he loved the Union so much, he just wanted it to be intact, which meant he could have been okay with remaining slavery in America. So as we uncover America Decoded, and we go back and forth and learn from each other, again, tell me why I should be proud of this flag that was never meant to represent me or prop me up in this country. Tell me why. I'm waiting.